Good morning.
Good morning.
We have the whole house downstairs pretty much all gutted. The upstairs living area is all gutted and spray foamed. And now we got to go a little bit further, even further than we didn't plan on. Now it's even further. If you guys are just tuning in, if this is one of your first videos, we bought this old 150-year-old farm and we had to come in and fix up the house to move in, and we just thought we were going to gut what used to be the bathroom and then clean up the upstairs. When we started gutting, and we found that the mice basically took over this house, and there was mice poop everywhere, and the more we tore apart, the more we found, and now the whole house is gutted. And this is where we are now. And now we got to go even further. So we have all of the walls down. We got the bathroom out. We found some water damage in the bathroom, which to be expected. It's an older house. But before you could tell the floors were wonky, but there was walls there. Now we're changing the layout. And now that we have all the walls down, we can really see how wonky the floors are. So we need to take them out and fix them. Back here, from here, this way is a crawl space, and this floor kind of goes up to this area. So we want to tear out the floor space area and get that all insulated good. And then we also need to figure out this floor area, and then like the bathroom floor area kind of dips down and it's high and it's low. So I went in the basement last night, did a little investigating. There's some different rafters here. We'll pull the floor up from above and we'll figure out how to do this. And then right here used to be, I want to say, the stairs to go downstairs. From that wall to here is the original house, and then where the chimney is, that part's a different addition. So they had a stairway to go downstairs at some point, and then there was like rafters that went this way so they could run the floor joists this way, and then these ones go that way. Well, somehow some of this got cut out, and then there's other floor joists that got cut and main beams that got cut, so they're kind of like, this floor dips down here. It's because of the way it's all been redone. So we need to rip everything out and start over is what I've decided. It'll make it more structurally sound. It'll make the floor a lot more stiffer. Right now the floor is very spongy. They have old logs down below and they're spaced apart pretty far. And then in between them they put 2x6 for floor joists. I'll show you when we get down there. So that's why it's spongy, and they got things that are cut and not really held up very good. So we got to take it all out to make it better. All right, so right here is a main beam that went for the stairway. So you have your beam here. That was to do with the stairway when it used to come down this way. They got a 2x6 floor joist filled in a gap. There's another beam coming here, and then it's just supported here. There's a big gap here. This is what they used to have for the main supports for the floor joists, so these logs, and then in between to stiffen up the floor, they put 2x6s. So the floors are very spongy. Over here, you got 2x6 log, 2x6 log, 2x6 log, and that keeps going. And then over here in the bathroom where the floor gets wonky, I think some of the reason is this main beam or this floor joist was cut back and it's just floating there. And that's kind of where one of the areas the floor goes. And then that one goes there to a solid beam. So like these main structural beams are good. It's just the floor joists is in between that are kind of wonky. This you can see has a sag and bows. And then this is the main beam, support beam that goes across before you get into the crawl space. So all of this stuff is gonna have to come out and get redone. And then in here, you can kind of see the crawl space, but not great. So we're gonna take the floor up from above, so that way we can see what we're working with. And then we'll have to take out, I believe, these main beams. This is, I forget what the span is. It's not very long. I think it's like 12 feet. But they have these nice logs, and they're like 4 feet apart. Before we do that, we have a few old freezers down here that we need to get rid of because they're going to be in our way as we're trying to redo all this. The old drain pipe is cast iron. I've been kind of wondering, do we leave it? Do we take it out? And then when I was down here last night, I saw this crack. So all this cast is going to come out. We're going to redo it all with PVC. That's my final decision because of that crack. Most of the cast pipe looks good going all the way upstairs, but where we got a crack in it, it's all going to come out, and we'll replace it all with PVC.
How do you get that out?
break it with a hammer. Yep, piece by piece.
Is there anything scary in there?
Nope, just a bulkhead. Nothing scary. So it looks like the outside of the house, before they sided it, is covered in foam. I wonder how thick of foam it is covered with. It might be, I don't know, from here to there, inch foam. So that's cool. So then once we get it spray foamed, like the upstairs is spray foamed, the walls they got about 4 inches, and then you got an inch on the outside, so you got almost 5 inches. That'll be really well insulated. I like it.
Okay, you just need to go the other direction.
I'm gonna go the other direction. I was just curious. I hate to have the excavator that close to the house, but I think this is going to be the best way to get it out, just the two of us, because even with more guys, that would be the best way to get it out, because this thing is heavy. They don't build stuff like they used to, and now I know why. Hope is we can pick it up a little bit. I have the cot strapped to it, so we'll ride on the rail wheels and we can just kind of like thump, 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 thump up each step. We're gonna see if it works or not, but hopefully it does. I mean, I'd say all in all, that went pretty slick. I didn't break a sweat.
I did.
I figured you did. Now I can put the pallet forks on the tractor, just come over, pick it up, and then we'll stick it out of the way. But this one, at one point, we had some frozen fruit in here, and then I've been shutting off and killing all the power. So I got all the fruit out as it defrosted, but now there's a bunch of water and it just kind of stinks in there. So I wanted to get this one out today because I don't want to be smelling that while we're working down there. So now I feel better that one's out. When I have more help, I'll get the bigger one out. And we'll do it the same way, but I'll be able to have help pushing it over at least. I didn't even scratch anything. Can you believe it? Now we can get this floor up. We didn't really need to do the freezer right then, but it stunk, and we're trying to get the smells out of the house. I wanted to get that stinky thing out of here. The other day, when I was tearing down a ceiling, I found a brand new in-the-box light switch. Just thought it was kind of cool. It's like old stock, but new. Won't use it, but it's kind of neat. Vintage.
I don't want those to be vintage.
You don't want vintage light switches?
No.
I don't think they're held down that great. They're just...
That might have been the easiest thing you've pulled up in this house.
There we go. Some old square nails if you want them. You know what I need to do? I need to drain the boiler system, the furnace, so that way we can get out all of the heating ducts, because we're not going to be using this old baseboard heat. We'll probably do baseboard heat or radiant heat. Not sure yet. We haven't decided 100%, but whatever it is, we'll have to redo it all. There shouldn't be power, but we'll make sure there isn't any. All right, we got a fairly new heating system in here. So that'd be bedrooms, upstairs, which has been shut off, and then kitchen. I'm not exactly sure what they consider each one, but let's drain them. So upstairs, let's start with the kitchen first. I can hear it draining from the baseboards. I don't know if you can hear that. I think if I take this screw out, it'll help it drain faster. Not sure what I just did there. I'm not even sure if there's a floor joist under this wall or not, because right here, if you look and see, that is the cabin room wall, and it is just sitting on the subfloor, and the subfloor is pretty much bowing, so that's not structural at all. So I'm wondering if this wall is the same way. We're gonna find out in a little bit.
Every stage gets us closer and closer, but I don't know, this one I don't really like. Not sure I like the stage about pulling up all the floors, because I don't want to see what's underneath, and I know it has to be done, and then we'll get it better than it ever was, but I don't know, it's kind of just an ugly stage, dirty stage. I guess it's not any dirtier than the rest of the stages we've been at, so just get it done. Every step moves us closer to the goal.
I wish they made the baseboard heat this way still, because these are made out of cast iron. So when they warm up, the cast iron holds the heat and it lets it radiate out, where the new ones are just thin metal. So like basically once the heat's out of them, they cool off. These stay warm for a while. Oop.
What? Oh, water.
They got some water in them. Rusty water. All there weight-wise. I'll tell you what, nothing is light in this house. It's all got some weight to it. Sheesh. We haven't tried the drinking water yet here. We sent it out, got tested. We just got the test results back. Everything came back good, so we're gonna drink this water for the first time. It is nice and cold because we always wash our hands with it. Tastes good.
The cup's a little dirty.
Yeah, she is.
Cocoa. I had an idea when I was trying to sleep last night.
Uh-oh.
So because we get a lot of nails and everything pulled up, and then we're trying to sweep them up, they're hard to do, I just bought myself a magnetic collector. I can just use that.
You could.
Will that work good?
Yep.
I'll just get that in here, roll it around, and get all those, dump them off, and then that'll be easier to sweep, easier to vacuum, all the things.
We got most of the floor out on the old bedroom, we'll call it. The first layer. We got some boards we got to take off, but we can start taking the boards off. They go from here to, I don't even know what that one was, maybe another bedroom. But it was kind of weird. Some of the boards came and stopped, but some of them went all the way over. Some of them kind of go into this room. So I cut these ones, we can get these up now. This wall is really not supportive, but it is supportive. Basically, at some point, we need to put walls back in here to where we want them. They don't need to be exactly where they are, but we got to put walls back in. So I'll leave these up while we're messing around with the floor, but at some point they'll come out, and then we'll build new ones. And I'm really itching to see what it looks like under these boards.
I'm not.
But before we do that, we got to get the rest of this room up.
You're excited. I'm nervous. Seems like the
Great combination. It's going to be another scorcher for us today. We've been in the 90s lately. I don't know how you guys in the South do it. I know for you guys, you're probably like, 90s? Oh, that's nothing. That's warm for us. These old square nails, they really do hold.
I wouldn't think they would, but...
No, I wouldn't either, but they do hold good. So this floor is shimmed, or at least this piece was shimmed. To get everything to match and line up.
Is it easier if I put them in the pails or no?
If they're short like that, if they're long, no, because then you can't get them through the doorway if they're long.
All right, well now that I have this out, I had this idea, I just have to try it. I already got a couple nails. Just gonna run it through. Hopefully I hear a bunch of clinking. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let me get a system here.
There you go.
The other day I could have used this because I would have probably had like 100.
All right, time to start tearing out the first layer of board. So we're gonna see what this crawl space looks like.
Oh. Very exciting times.
Right. first board. Not that easy.
Do you think there's any creatures in there?
No, I don't think so. So we're maybe 2 feet down. It's not very deep. It's not very far down there, and somebody has got back here and insulated it with fiberglass. We'll take that all out. We're gonna have to spray foam that. Yeah, see, that's not bad at all. That one wasn't even nailed. They must have removed that one when they worked on plumbing. They ran plumbing down here.
What do you say?
Nothing bad. Everything's dry. We have granite slabs, or whatever you want to call it, for the foundation. So definitely can tell the mice were probably in this fiberglass insulation. We'll get this all spray foamed and figure out what we need to do to seal it off to the ground also. Well, let's finish pulling these boards out and see what the rest of it looks like. And this right here is the main beam from the crawl space over. Watch out.
Seriously? Did you hurt yourself?
No.
Oh, you're lifting up the whole thing.
The whole log wants to come out. That log's barely in there. All right, we're gonna stick a 2x6 here, and we're gonna take out these ones because we gotta get all the floor out on that side. All right, so while I'm taking out these like 2x8s, I've been taking them out one at a time, seeing if there's any pressure on them. Same way with like the old bathroom wall. That had no supportive weight. This one, when I cut it, there was a little bit of pressure. I don't know if it's just the beam sagging a little bit, but what we're gonna do is I got it still in there. I'm gonna put one up, sister it from the ground up. The reason I need to take these out now is I need to take all of the floor out. I want to put a header up against the main beam to make sure everything is nice and level, because where this is hand hewn, it could be out a little bit. And then I have a good flat surface to attach my floor joists to.
It's pretty crooked. It looks like the rest of them in the house.
Yeah, the crook in the 2x6 is because this pressure treated 2x6 is crooked like that. It's not from anything else. I'm grabbing the stuff that I have outside that's not any good. So now we can do it over here. Go just over 9 feet. See how crooked the wood is when it starts off? That's why it looks so crooked.
I don't know if you can actually see it on the camera, but yes.
But I don't want to use the good wood for temporary bracing.
It's like all twisted.
Might as well use the stuff that's not good to us anyways. And then when we're all said and done, we're going to build a nice wall all the way down. And where we do, we'll have a double floor joist for that wall to be built on. And we'll level off the upper beams as we're doing that. Well, no big loud crack, bang, or booms other than me making noise, which is a good thing.
Maybe that needs to be there.
No, it's the foundation behind it. Oh, no. Maybe the poured concrete thing? That's the old form? I don't know. That's what I want to know. Because whatever it is, we want that spray foamed. So I'm going to run out tonight and get some new 10-foot long 2x6s that aren't pre-bowed, so that way it will look nice and straight and not all wonky already when we know they're not. So in here we got it all cleaned up. Somebody had crawled through this little tiny crawl space and fiberglass insulated the whole outside wall. The outside wall is granite. They also ran the heat down here and it came up and heated these back rooms, but they also had it so it heated the crawl space, which I think is kind of cool. They had poured a little bit of a concrete foundation at some point. So somebody had to crawl through this little hole back here and put those forms in. I would not have want to been the guy who did all that stuff. So we got it all cleaned up. I have our spray foam guy coming to look at it in the morning to give us his idea of how he would make it tight with foam and with a vapor barrier. And then we're going to be doing new floor joists and new subfloor. But what my guess is, and I'll talk to him what he wants to do, we'll put our floor joists in. We won't put the subfloor down. And then we'll have him come and spray, and he can spray everything nice and tight and work from above. So that way he doesn't got to go through these little tiny cracks to get in there to spray foam. Because I would not want to do that. So if I wouldn't want to do it, I don't want to make anybody else do it.
I was going to say, you just want to keep him happy, want to come back.
That's right. We have more jobs for him to do. So if I'm not willing to do a job myself, I don't want anybody else to do it themselves either. So we'll get him coming in the morning. That way we can see what he thinks is a good plan of attack for him and his crew, or him and his wife, I should say. And then where the granite meets each other, that's kind of like just like butt joints. I think what we'll do first is we'll put some hardware cloth on all of those joints and in the corners, so no critter can ever chew through the hardware cloth and get into the house. Maybe this was a access point where the critters were coming in before, but if we got it all sealed up nice and tight, we'll never have to worry about that again. There's also a basement window over here, which I think is kind of funny, and there was a screen down there. Somebody used to come through a little tiny crack, crawl over here, open that window twice a year and close it and put the screen there. The screen was on the inside. So unless they did it all from the outside and then reached in, I don't know. Or maybe that was their access hole to get to the crawl space. Maybe they used the window, took it out, and that's how they accessed in here. That would make sense because it's low there. And that's how they would work. I still wouldn't want the job, but maybe that's how they got in. Not sure. But yeah, we got this part exposed now. We can figure out how we want to do the rest. It's not pretty looking, but it's going to be a lot better once it's all done. It's been like this for almost 150 years, and it's worked for everybody. So we'll make it better, and it'll work for us. This is where we're going to end the video. Thanks for coming along on our farmhouse renovation videos with us. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video.
Bye. Thanks for watching.